Okay folks, it's a bit of an overcast-ish sort of a day. Looks like a little bit of sun's breaking through. So we've got here, photocopier. Down the road we have a ice cream truck. I can't see it from here, but it's there. The old ice cream truck. Bad luck for me, I'm on a diet. And I'm busy doing these demos, so I haven't got time or health to basically go have an ice cream. No, we don't want full colour, we want black for this one. This is something seriously a problem that we have to stamp out. I don't know why I did that, a bit careless there. But basically, yeah, it's something I absolutely hate. And I know it's not good for children, even though it's used for children. Children have become a real, you could say a marketing porn for bad news adults, marketeers. Anyway, let's see what we have. That's a problem. We got here, I picked this up from a Woolworths. Okay, spot the difference in colouring in. And this is basically Halloween themed shit. We're going to use that. But basically it's all Halloween and kids should not be exposed to this shit, in my opinion. I don't think it's a wise thing to have children having their minds polluted by this shit. I know it's all about marketing. It's all about fucking capitalism is a dirty dog that ought to be whipped. Honestly, I hate capitalism, folks. I really do, and what it stands for. The way it's used to market everything, pretty much. Because Halloween is unhealthy, spiritually and mentally. I had an experience, not with Halloween, but with evil spirits, and I, without trying, became possessed by evil spirits. And they do exist, folks. They're not just a fun and game. I was meant to enlarge that. They're not just a fun and game thing, and I lost my settings. But basically, they're not just a fun and game thing. It's a serious problem, because there is a thing called good and evil, and these evil spirits are in Halloween. I don't know whether you guys really believe it or whether you just think it's purely for fun. It's not fun. When you get involved with evil spirits, the fun disappears. It's no longer a fun thing. The fun disappears when trouble comes. I was, however, a little bit involved with astral travelling, or astral projection it was called. I read a book on the subject called Astral Projection, and I'm telling you, that's evil. And I think that might have been why I was possessed, because I had something to do with the spirit world, and it's evil, and I was looking for good, and good was not what I found good, but I wasn't able to enjoy it. I thought all these evil spirits, they wrecked everything. They wrecked my life. So I'm telling you, folks, this is serious. This is not a game. This is no longer a fucking game or a fun. I know people think it's fun, and that you can get lollies and shit, but that's just a fucking marketing. And marketing's evil in itself, the way that they go on. So you got to fucking protect your children from this shit. You may not think I'm telling the truth, or you may think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, this shit is real, and you've got to protect your fucking children from it. And it scares them as well. Why would you want your children to be scared? I mean, seriously, this is not a fucking joke. Halloween is not funny. It's not fun. It's sick. It's a sickness, folks. It's a bloody illness that's got to be stamped out. Got to stamp it out, folks. You know, we've got to fucking get rid of Halloween. Not as much as we can, we must. We must get rid of it. It's not fun, it's not funny. You know, you might think it's funny or fun, but then when something goes wrong and your children end up with some problem that no doctor can sort out, well, yeah, there's a problem with Halloween. I know it's traditional. I know most people, it's traditional and most people like it, but it's not a laughing matter or fun. It's not fun. I know it may sound like I'm being paranoid, but you know, this stuff's for real. So yeah, you gotta fucking think about what your kids are being exposed to. Anyway, we've got to try and make this an interesting demo, even though this is all shit. It is shit, folks. Yeah, I still got that bit at the edge there I didn't want. I think I got to enlarge it a bit bigger along there. Yeah. Okay, that looks interesting. We still have a little bit of that edge. Oh, we've lost most of it. Yeah, we've got that, but we've lost too much of that. Okay, gonna slide it a little bit across. Oh, actually, that's, yeah. But yeah, I just don't like Halloween. I've hated Halloween mainly since my teens for a different reason though. I hated it because the bullies at school would come around to my family home and drop eggs in the letterbox, and I felt unsafe with them because I didn't want my school activities to be revealed by these cunts that used to come and drop eggs in my mum's and dad's letterbox, because I was worried I'd get in trouble for being stupid at school. So, but I wasn't stupid, but I felt stupid and I felt scared, so I didn't. Now that's too far, got to go across that way. So I really was not happy with those idiots from school interfering with my peace and quiet at home and intruding on my family. who really were judgmental of my schooling or how I behaved and worked at school. So I didn't need these bullies to be an extra problem for that. And that looks, yeah, we got a little bit of that, but I think that's a good compromise. So yeah, school was a horrible place, and I never liked being treated like shit by these assholes. I don't know why I'm putting these up there. Silly, I don't know why. Sorry folks, they're in the way. But basically I just didn't get along at school. My parents expected me to be good at as a student and as a social person, and I wasn't either. So I used to get into a lot of trouble not being able, being myself. And being myself entailed me not being good at either social functioning or schoolwork. So neither was I was good at neither of those things. And I used to be an embarrassment, so I really felt embarrassed because I felt I was going to get exposed, and that's why I hated. Back then that was the reason why I hated Halloween. But I used to do trick-or-treating when I was a kid, I must admit. I was never told not to do it, as most kids aren't. But I don't, as you know, I'm not for it anymore. It's really not a good thing for children to get involved with. Now I wonder why we got these wide borders. I think I didn't do it properly. I think I should have lifted up the job at the top, but I'm not going to bother this time. This demo is a bit prolongated, folks. But yeah, I just didn't get on at school, and I just got really frightened, and that was my Halloween experience in my teen years primarily, or maybe my late childhood as well. Anyway, that looks interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.